Hello, I'm Jerry Ford. Welcome to Jungle Jerry's Treehouse. Can you read that? My L kind of got put in the wrong place. It says Slenderman. Just that name. I mean, it's kind of freaky, isn't it? When you think about it, Slenderman, he's a slender man. He's skinny. You don't think about something being scary, if you're not familiar with the name. But when you're familiar with the stories and stuff, and I think they made a movie of it. I can't remember for sure about that, but then it gets weirder, I've seen drawings of it, art or whatever. It's pretty freaky stuff. Let's see, page 274. Let's go ahead and highlight it. Did I mention it was this book, Monster Book, by Nick Redfern? Here's a picture of him. Yeah, it's kind of, he doesn't have no face, and he's got long arms. It looks like he's really tall too. In 2015, publicity was given to a story coming out of the UK of sightings in and around Britain's Cannock Chase woods of something described as looking like the legendary Slenderman. It's a fictional character created in June 2009 by Eric Knudsen, using the alias of Victor Surge at the forum section of the Something Awful website, who took his inspiration from the world of horror fiction. The Slenderman, in parentheses, also spelled as Slender Man, is a creepy creature indeed. Tall, thin, with long arms, a blank, faceless, even expression, and wearing a dark suit, sounding almost like a nightmarish version of the men in black. While there is no doubt that Knudsen was the creator of what quickly became a definitive viral meme, people have since claimed to have seen the Slender Man in the real world. In other words, so the theory goes, it's a case of believing in the existence of the Slender Man and, as a result, causing it to actually exist. Oh, sorry. Which is very much akin to the phenomenon of the tulpa, an entity envisaged in the mind, and the imagery becomes so powerful and intense that it causes that same mind-based imagery to emerge into the real world with some degree of independent existence and self-awareness. Such a scenario may well explain why people are now seeing something that began as a piece of fiction. All of which brings us to the matter of the recent story on the Slenderman of the Cannock Chase. As people who have followed my writings will know, I grew up only a very short drive from the Chase, which is an undeniably deeply strange area. It's filled with reports of so-called alien big cats, Bigfoot-type beasts, flying humanoids, giant snakes, and much more of a monstrous nature. And now it seems the Slender Man has started to call those dark woods his domain too. In a January 24th, 2015 article that appeared in the Birmingham Mail newspaper, titled Spooky Slenderman Spotted in Cannock, Mike Lockley wrote, A paranormal probe has been launched in the Midlands following 4 sightings of Slenderman. Long, stick-thin specters feared around the world Each of the chilling close encounters took place in the Cannock area, and now X-Files investigator Lee Brickley is trying to fathom why the ghoul has descended on the Staffordshire mining town. Slenderman have been a part of the global folklore for centuries. They may be known by different names, but their harrowing, elongated appearance remains the same around the world. There's little doubt that the controversy concerning this story will run and run. But there's something else I want to bring to your attention, something that I think is pretty intriguing. Back in 2007 and 2008, I corresponded with an Englishman named Mike Johnson. Back in 2001, Mike had an encounter on the Cannock Chase with a paranormal entity that, with hindsight, sounds very much like, wait for it, the Slenderman. In Mike's own words, this character was tall, with very thin arms and legs, dressed in what I presumed were gray trousers and a tight, long-sleeved shirt of the same color. His hairless head was elongated and neck spindly, and his arms reached practically past his knees. I could not discern a facial feature. I realized he was around 3 meters tall. It must be said that just about every aspect of this description conjures up Slenderman-style imagery. Of course, the Slenderman meme was still a year away when my book was published back in 2008, and the encounter took place in 2001, 7 years before the publication date of There's Something in the Woods. In view of this, one has to wonder, did the 2009 creation of the Slenderman meme create a Tulpa-like living equivalent? Or did a real earlier Slenderman exist before the fictional one was looming on the horizon? There you go. The monster book. Slenderman. Creatures, Beasts, and Fiends of Nature by Nick Redfern. Alright, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I appreciate it. See you on the next one. Sorry about all the yawning. Can't help it. Bye.